People thought because you were nice and sweet that they were supposed to play with you. They really thought your meekness was your weakness, that it actually was your strength. Little did these ignorant, because they were very ignorant, little did they know. Your meekness was your strength, because you were already a humble person. You wasn't an arrogant person full of pride like a lot of these people. And they really thought that was your bad side. They thought it was your weakness. They thought they can play in your face. They thought they could come against you because they thought that was your weakness. They thought they could do what they wanted. You literally got people getting the spiritual butt whooping they need for coming for a person like you time and time again, nonstop. And when you cut them off, it was for your benefit. There's somebody that's upset because you cut them off after you done warned them to stop coming for you any type of way through your meekness and humbleness. And you just stop entertaining the drama. You stop calling. You stop dealing with a certain person. And now they want to say you're fake and phony, but you're not fake and phony. You just don't got time for their mess no more. You ain't got time for the unnecessary drama, whether it's family members or just a situation in general that they want you to attach your energy to and be a part of, full of drama, and just have you in this constant repetitive cycle to always have problems or get into it with certain individuals. That's what I'm getting. And you cut off your energy from it. You stop talking, you stop dealing with certain people, and you went on your way. So you got people upset about that because you're not dealing with them no more. You got them upset because they thought they can play on your energy, and because they thought you were weak, because you're not the type to, be over the top, fighting people, doing weird things. You just let a lot of stuff slide because you realize you don't need to give your energy to everything and people. So you're learning to be quiet and just let God handle it. And speak when you need to speak. And be silent when you need to be silent is what you learned. Because everything don't deserve your time and energy. Everything don't deserve your rebuttal and the stuff that you need to say in order to defend yourself. Sometimes some people are just going to look at you and they're going to already have a preconceived notion about you and not even care even if you try to defend yourself. They're going to find a reason to make you look bad. That's just how it happens. So why even defend yourself? If they set out to make you look like a bad person, that's what they're going to do. Because they're not right in their spirit. They're not right in their heart. They're not taking heed to doing what they're supposed to do with their life. They're only concerned about making you look bad, making you look like the bad person, labeling you as weak when you're really strong. Because you're a lot stronger. And the only thing is showing that they're not strong at all. If they can come for a meek person like you and others, then it shows how they really are. And that they're not strong people. And that they have no business coming for you. But they're going to do it anyway because they feel like they can. And you pretty much putting a lot of people in a place right now that you just don't care about what they think about you no more. You don't care what people think and how they feel. You're very humble. You're very meek. You're very righteous in the stuff you're doing. You're in a new season and a new chapter of your life that God got you in. And you're being shifted forward and leaving everything behind that didn't mean you no good on your growth journey. That's literally what you're doing. You're not worried about what people feel about you no more because you know who you are. You know who you are on a spiritual level, whether it's a spiritual warrior, a prayer warrior, a fighter in the spirit, a prayer where you do prayers where you speak in tongues behind closed doors, whatever you're doing, spiritual discernment, whatever you have, you're doing it well. But you're meek on top of that. That doesn't mean you're weak at all. It means that you're operating how God told you to operate, whether people are for it or not. A lot of these people are just miserable. They just are. That's the reason why you're not dealing with them. You're not entertaining them in their foolishness because they are just truly just miserable. They can't understand the beautiful spirit you have. They can't understand what God is doing in your life, because if it ain't them and if you're doing better than them, you are going to be a problem in their sight. If God ain't blessing them because they refuse to do what God asked them to do, and you doing what God asked you to do and he blesses you, they got a problem with you. I wouldn't worry about it. You really are somebody that your enemies shouldn't have went up against. They try to go up against you and messed around and found out, they should have just left you alone. Because every time they come for you, they either get exposed or their world just crash upside down. They literally go through things after they come for you, and they never really recover from it. And they're not recovering from it because they already had bad motives coming for you, and they won't apologize about it. So they're going to forever go through it until they can get some act right. God is telling a lot of people that came against you. Until you get some act right, then I'll release this punishment over your life. I'll stop doing this if you stop doing that to my child. And they just act like they couldn't hear God and they just couldn't do it. They want to do what they wanted. And because of this, they're finding out that you really got strength. You being the way you are did not mean you was weak. And mean that you just got a good heart. You got a good spirit. You operate in righteousness. You operate in peace. You operate in positive energy, not negative and toxic energy like them. So they never was going to be like you. Y'all never was going to operate the same. A lot of these people just have some bad energy and bad spirits. They shouldn't be around you anyway. Coming against you like the way they came against you is not normal. A lot of people. For no reason. But somebody feel like you the phony one. Feel like you mad, you're wrong for cutting them off. They feel like you're wrong because you refuse to speak to them any longer and entertain their mess. They feel like you the bad person, the bad guy about that. The bad woman, the bad man. There's nothing bad about you. You just know your limits and what you're not going to entertain. And a lot of people just couldn't understand that. But they understanding it now. Do not come for a person like you. Just because you're meek, that don't mean you're weak. That doesn't mean that. And maybe they need to be more meek like you. Maybe that's the lesson they needed to learn. They need to operate in this meekness like you. And not how they're operating. That's what they need to do. And that's what they're not understanding. You are very meek, and God is really elevating you at this time, so you ain't got to worry about nothing. You ain't got to worry about what people say about you, what they think. If they feel like you were fake and a phony, let people think what they gonna think. You know you're not a fake and a phony. You know you're a good person. You know you're doing what you're trying every day to show up and do what God asked you to do. You operate with a righteous heart. You're doing everything that you're supposed to do. So if they feel some type of way about you and who you are, let these people have it. You keep moving forward like a butterfly flying away in your faith. And you ain't even got to entertain it no more. And you're clearly not entertaining it. You're moving forward in your peace. And that's a hard pill for these people to swallow, because you're not entertaining their foolishness and their drama and their mess and what they think about you. Because it don't matter. It don't matter what they think. Just because they think a certain way, that don't mean that's who you are. Nothing normal about what you went through when it came to these people, because they thought you were weak. These people they got some cleaning up to do on a spiritual level. They need a spiritual cleansing. God didn't want your energy around these type of people in the way they thought, so he removed you out the way. They still gonna be miserable at the end of the day. They still gonna find a reason to make you a problem, but you ain't gotta worry about it. You ain't gotta worry about it at all. If you reach the end of this video, it's meant for you to hear this prophetic message. Y'all, I just want to give y'all a thank you and a shout out before I end this video. Thank you for all the positive comments that I've been seeing lately on my YouTube channel. I woke up today looking at some comments, and it really eased my spirit, and it really made me smile that you all really enjoy my prophetic messages, my motivational speaking messages, and the stuff I say showing up on my channel daily. Your comments were beautiful. Thank you for the love and support of this ministry. And because of you all, y'all motivate me to show up like this every day, looking at those beautiful comments. I love you all, Diamond Royals, and until next time, bye-bye.